Hi Aries, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your mid-month money and career tarot reading for the month of February 2022. So mid-February, all right? Thank you so much for joining me. And do keep in mind, per usual, this is general. So just take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't. I do want to thank you in advance for your support on this channel in the form of likes for this video, comments down below. Just tell me about your situation or some emojis. And don't forget to subscribe to this lovely channel if you haven't done so already. And I will encourage you to hit that little notification bell when you subscribe, all right? And as well, if you're looking to book a personal reading with myself, just reach out via email and I'll definitely get that started for you, all right? To continue, the overall message I received channeled from Spirit, if I could speak, for you Aries, is the abundance flows in rapidly. The abundance flows in rapidly, all right? So we're going to begin by pulling the main focus, or main message, if you will, to begin from the Soul's Journey deck. Aiming for one in particular, but I do feel the need to mention that as I was pushed to split the deck and swap it around before beginning this reading, Perseverance is at the bottom. All right, Perseverance. What a good card to get. Let's do some shuffling so we can pull that first card for my lovely Aries to begin this monthly mid-month money and career read for February 2022 for Aries. Okay, you have two. And so I'm being told to take both of which. All right, we have forgiveness and discipline, as well as courage at the bottom of the deck. Having the courage to do what's right for you, to keep moving forward, to keep persevering, to forgive yourself for not making the best out of a past situation, or for not wanting to continue with a specific financial investment or job that just isn't right for you or isn't working, okay? But all the meanwhile, I'm going to mention that this is the main message, okay? The main card as well. Forgiveness is definitely a message for you as well, but discipline, all right? Two purple cards, as the courage card at the bottom is purple, talking about royalty, spirituality, right? I need to remember that both are very present in your situation. Take a deep breath in the second half of February as you're pushed to stay disciplined, to discipline oneself to get done what you need to, but to also discipline yourself when it comes to self-care routines, not to overwork yourself, not to feel as if you can't stop. It's about sticking to what you know as well, not to allow opinions and judgments to flow in so much, or to affect you in the manner where you second guess what you know already, or have proven time and time again, or recently, that it's worth it, right? It's worthy, that you know how to accomplish what is at hand at this time, right? It feels like very much to do with your job or your business. It also feels like people want to sort of tell you how to move forward, what to invest in or what not to. I am going to encourage you to discipline oneself to trust your beautiful, strong Aries intuition. All right. We're going to continue and pull the main part of the reading from the Light Seers deck. It's the second half of the month where even if you don't expect it to, some of you may not even believe it after watching this reading. The abundance flows in a rapid way. It just maybe even will shock other people. I at the very least want to say to an extent it'll shock you, okay? It just feels like you're being viewed. Wow, feels quite relevant. At the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Cups, which definitely talks about abundance flowing in, your cup overflowing, and the King of Swords, talking about you being this wise, experienced individual, someone who's been through the ups and the downs, someone who has dealt with certain toxic situations, energies, that knows what they're doing once again. You have the wisdom to accomplish what you desire at this time, but are you utilizing your mindset, your resources to your advantage? I would say yes to a certain extent, but careful not to overwork yourself as you wrap up the month or make your way through the second half of February. There's a fresh start on the horizon for you, even if it's just labeled as a mental and emotional sort of fresh start for you within an existing situation. Some of you, it's a new financial investment or a new job. Either way, it's going to leave you feeling more so in touch with your destiny, your passion, your individual path. It'll help you grow on an individual soul level, but it'll also allow for the abundance to flow in in more than one way. They're telling me to take the Ace of Cups for the center of the reading. It makes sense, you know? We have the Two of Swords and the Seven of Swords coming out, all right? Eight of Wands. Bear with me. Okay. I feel like it's just going to be very spiritually connected with the color purple once again, kind of ending to the month. Even if you didn't feel that in the first half, a lot of messages coming in from spirit, from the universe, a lot of synchronicities. You're not the only fire sign, all right? But it's a second half of the month where things are moving quickly. Messages are coming and going. You're attracting opportunities to the point where you may feel a bit indecisive or just kind of have to slide by certain people and situations. It just feels like you're very much prioritizing your money and your career at this time, as you may feel a bit conflicted, a bit confused as to how things are meant to proceed. If for some of you it's a business, a project, or just a job that you are very in the dark, it feels like, or at least at times it will feel like that in the second half of the month, the future of which, the potential of which, it feels like, again, a lot of opinions, judgments, criticism, but people are as well complimenting you, praising you to an extent. You're going to feel as if you have to sort of move through the obstacles, overcome them, ride the waves, accomplish what you need to in a very sort of keeping to myself kind of manner. You may not feel as if you can trust everybody with your updates and what you're moving towards. Some forms of abundance, you don't want people to minimize its value in your mind, and therefore you don't update anybody, or it's just a select few you decide to inform. And interesting, at the bottom of your reading, we have the Emperor card talking about you being a serious individual in the second half of the month, buckling down, staying focused, disciplining oneself, taking the advice seriously from spirit. And I feel like you're just allowing other people's criticisms and voices, opinions to go in one ear and out the other. So be it. You do you. But you're creating, you're developing, you're planning for what lies ahead, having the courage to do what's right for you. And with the Four of Pentacles coming out, it feels like you desire more control. You're thinking thoroughly about your savings, your routine day to day, week to week, and how that affects you in a positive or a negative light when it comes to what you're producing. And it feels as if you are just remembering that you have control over how much you save, how much flows in, right? But Spirit in the universe is like, to an extent, we've got your back, but you need to loosen that grip and allow the flow to come and go. You may need to invest in something moving forward, and it feels like you don't want to, but you have to, okay? It'll improve your situation. Ooh, as I lose my breath a bit, there's a situation, whether it's a job, it feels more so financially investing, like a new car, or it could be an apartment, a house, something of the sort. You need to move towards it in order to feel less anxious, less on edge, more like yourself. But this is touching base upon the abundance card, the Ace of Cups. You're given a gift of abundance in the form of clarity, a little bit of money. It feels like the money doesn't sort of flow in all at once at a certain point in the second half of the month. It's consistent. It's like every other day, or just a couple times a week, you know, in the last couple weeks of the month. And you see the abundance that you truly deserve. Things become more clear. You don't feel as in the dark when it comes to what Spirit in the universe is planning to push you towards, right? It feels like things are changing rapidly, and you like that things are going to improve and upgrade, but it's the lack of knowledge. And again, you'll find that some of the blanks are filled in, but not all of them, all right? It's purposeful. The Three of Wands coming out, and the motivation comes to you at the most random times in the second half of the month. You're the type of individual you're going to be reminded, or you'll remind yourself that you still keep going even when you lack that motivation, or even the resources, the energy to do so. But it's as if like you are reminded that you are 10 times more productive, right? You're 10 times more inspired and creative, a lot happier when you actually have that motivation within you to accomplish what you need to. There's something about you being reminded that you're a fire sign and that your ships are coming in. And you're getting a taste of all of which in the second half of the month as you're pushed to stay confident or bring that back. Male or female, sit back in that throne and manifest as you do present a level of work that you've been producing or are just beginning. and it just feels as if you have money on the mind 24/7 in the second half of the month. You need to forgive yourself for working more than people would like you to, or for prioritizing your money and career. But it's they're saying half the reason why so much abundance is flowing in throughout the second half of the month. And remember that it's a month moving forward as well, where you're meant to achieve all this abundance because you're such a disciplined hard worker, because you're an Aries, because you're a leader, and because of the confidence and pride that you exude, that you have within. All right, so allow for, as you finish up the month, excuse me, and make your way towards March. Allow for that abundance to continue to flow in rapidly. All right. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope you have an amazing rest of the month. Sending you so much love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aries.